into the incredible $20 billion market, which is India. So Nu Skin's a company that's been around for over 40 years. They celebrated their 40th anniversary in 2024. It was a group of very, very young visionary people called Blake Roney, Steve Lund, and Sandy Tillotson. They were in their early 20s and they had an idea that they wanted to build a company that had the mission, the vision, and the values that would give long-term sustainability and also have a very core line base of values and transparency. Interestingly, they called it Nu Skin International when they started, which was actually in their garage. So they were very, very visionary young people at the time. Since then, it's kind of the rest is history. Now the company is open in 48 markets currently. India will be the 49th. And we, as affiliates with the company, have been able to create either a supplementary income or a full-time income according to what we wanted, to our preferences around what we currently do. And it's been absolutely amazing. So people that decide to join the company now, it's completely free. There's no fees or targets if they don't want them, and it can create additional income. As well as that, we give free step-by-step system training with an amazing community of people. And I have worked with business mentors. I've been a business owner since I was 25. I'm now 62 this year, as I said, and I've never had the kind of mentorship and development and training that I've had with Nu Skin. And if just for that, I will always be truly, truly appreciative. So the India market opening here is really something that we're talking about now, not to people in India, and I'll explain why in a minute, but to people who are living locally to where we are, or in other parts of Europe or the US, or one of the other 48 markets that we trade in. Now, people come to this company for many reasons. Maybe they just want an extra few hundred a month, maybe they love the idea of owning a big international business, or they want time flexibility. I'm telling you, when I said yes, I'm a single mother and a sole provider and have been for 14 years. I wanted to have complete financial independence, and I wanted to be able to have time flexibility, and I wanted to be non-location dependent. They were the three things that I was looking for in a business, and I found it with Nu Skin. What I didn't know was that I needed to develop myself as a leader, as a person, in terms of my own qualities and in terms of my own personalities and characteristics. So there's been a lot of personal development, and alongside that, running alongside people who have not only been my encouragers and supporters, but also become my true friends, not to mention all the travel that I have done in the previous years. I've been all over the world, either on the free success trips by the company or building new markets, whether that be in North America, South America, all around Europe and other parts as well. So just briefly talking about the economic trends here. So what's happening in the world today? Right. We know, particularly since COVID, people are thinking about the way they work very, very differently. It became suddenly the norm to work remotely. It became the norm to work online. It became the norm to create a side hustle. And there was the birth of the gig economy, when people started to look to make supplementary income and they realized that they could monetize their social media. Social commerce was really, really accelerated to a whole new level in the 2019 through to really the modern day. And if you look at statistics over time, they've been really, quite mind-boggling, actually. Beauty and wellness products are actually the things that lend themselves absolutely brilliantly to social commerce, not because they're easy, just because they're easy to demonstrate, but also because they're the kind of products when people try them, they love them, they come back and they buy them again and again. And that was the other criteria I wanted for my business. I wanted a product that people would come back and buy again and again. So what we've been able to do is have this amazing relationship with our customers, create customer loyalty. They love the results, they love the service that they get from us, and they stay literally for a lifetime. And that is such a fulfilling way to build business. So as I said, the company's been around 40 years. They did around $2 billion in revenue last year, publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, and all that technology that Bridget was talking about earlier, the apps and the devices and everything. They've invested 500 million to date. But by the end of this year, it will be around about 750 million in the technology. And as I said, we've got a new technology arriving at the end of the year to do with health and nutrition, which is going to be another complete game changer. We've talked quite a lot about the products already. There's just another little snapshot, so I'm going to move forward with that. But what I really want to talk about now is how we make money and how does that work for India. So very, very succinctly and in a simple term, we make money in 3 different ways. First of all, as a brand affiliate, as I said, there's no sign-up fee. You don't have to hit any targets. You can make retail profit and what we call a little sharing bonus, which is an extra thank you that we get from the company when we share links. So all we're doing here is really sharing links with our customers. It can be on social media, it can be via text, email, WhatsApp, doesn't matter. Even a face-to-face, we can send somebody a link, they pick it up, they click on, purchase whatever they've said they want, and then you will get paid on a weekly basis. Very, very simple. A lot of people decide to just stay here. They use a little bit of the products themselves and they sell a bit to the people that they know or on social media, whether that be on Instagram, Facebook, or even TikTok. Doesn't make any difference. It's totally up to them what they want to do, as long as obviously they adhere to the policies and procedures, which are common sense, if nothing else. Then some people want to take a little bit higher in terms of income, and they want to go to that middle part there you can see there, which is called build. This is where you're going to unlock much higher levels of bonuses. And this is where the income can go to, you know, anything between about 500 up to a couple of £1,000 a month as additional income. It's paid weekly. So that's nice. That's when it starts, you know, sort of like nice, not life-changing money, but it can make an extra difference. You know, pay for a mortgage or a car loan, or you know, even replace a low salary. And a lot of young mums, when they have babies, they love what they do as a profession, but they don't want to work all the time when their babies are born. And a lot of them decide to build their own business online to work around their family, and that's been one of the most fulfilling things for me. And then last but not least, the lead part. So if you imagine that the build part is like having your own online store, okay? Your own online store where you have your customers, other affiliates and their customers. You're going to make a bonus on the combined revenue of that store. That's fantastic. Now, what you can do if you want to go to the third part of the sales performance plan is become a partner or a director where you help other people have their own online store. So in that, then you're in a leadership or a mentorship role. So you're helping people to build their store, showing them how to, you know, create subscriptions and so on and so forth. It's a little bit of a different skill. It's a leveling up of skill. Some people will want to stay in the shares, some people want to stay in the build, and some people will want to go on to the lead. I decided that I wanted to build this network of online stores around the world because I wanted to have that freedom of being non-location dependent, and that's what we did. And you can make between 5 and 15% on all the other online stores that you make with other people around the world as well. So what does that look like in terms of income? So you can see here the monthly average is written there on the left-hand side, and I'm going to draw your attention to this level here, Ruby Partner, where the average income is about $2,500 a month. Obviously, it's an American company, so we quote the price in dollars. That's really sort of like a level where people have achieved, you know, sort of like, not professional, yes, professional status. They'll have learned some skills. They'll have been, you know, they'll know how it is to organize their time, how to really, you know, help people get results and so on. When I started, I wanted to become what's called a Blue Diamond Director, which you can see there on the far right. And I just said, right, just show me how to do that. I already had, as I said, plenty of years of business experience, had a strong work ethic and a real desire to provide well for myself and my family. And so I became a Blue Diamond Director in 2017. And as I said, it's been really life-changing. So everybody chooses their own level of participation. We always say to people, you know, what number stands out to you most? And then we go through a training program. We give you a step-by-step training program to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Excuse me. So finally, last but not least, why India? Why is the company going to be investing huge amounts of income, revenue and resources and building lines of distribution and management and manufacturing structure in India? Well, the facts speak for themselves, guys. It's the largest population in the world, 1.4 billion people. We have a growing middle class of young people who are very smart, well-educated, hardworking, extremely ambitious and tech savvy. I mean, it's the perfect storm, if you like. So what we're looking here as well is that because most of these people want to get ahead, they use social media, India is the obvious choice for us to then expand our lines of distribution. The direct selling industry, which is the one that we're in, has a 13.3% compound annual growth rate at the moment. So we know that this is really in an upward trajectory. Now, our main competitor, who is already in India, is doing around about $800 million a year in revenue. And we predict and we project to do $1 billion in revenue in our first year of trading in India. So you can see that we are extremely bullish about the Indian market. We are the #1 company in the world when it comes to beauty device technologies. We will be building a specific product portfolio as well, just for India, because that's something that is very, very important. They realize it, but we're not there yet. Last but not least, what's the potential? We know that the population of Japan, for example, you can see there on the left, 125 million. There are more than 300 millionaires, Nu Skin millionaires in Japan. There is a population of 51 million in South Korea, and we have 5,000 sales leaders in South Korea. But we anticipate $1 billion in revenue with India in the first year of trading, where this corresponds to 30,000 sales leaders. Now, that might not mean anything to you if you're seeing this presentation for the first time, but what's interesting is the actual potential of growth here. This huge, vast country, which is in hyper growth, very, very open to the beauty and wellness sector. It's already a $20 billion market, and it is in double-digit growth as well. So Forbes has said it better than I have. The best time to join a company is when we're in the midst of global expansion or a new product launch. And actually, we are in the midst of a global expansion and a new product launch. So this is really exciting. So what are the terms and conditions? We, as Europeans or Americans, we cannot work directly in India. We have to partner up with people who we call India eligible, who will be able to then be our partners to be able to go and open the Indian market. So those people will have 3 different types of statuses. First of all, they're going to be living in one of our open markets. Let's use the UK as an example. So say my neighbor, for example, is an OCI, which is somebody who was born in India, but actually they are now have taken on the residency of, or the nationality of another country. They still have an India eligible status. It can be a person who is a person of Indian origin, who's a foreign citizen who previously held an Indian passport, or whose parents or grandparents were Indian citizens. They also qualify. Or a non-resident Indian, which is somebody who is an expat in one of our foreign markets, so one of our 48 markets. Once that person fulfills that requirement, they become India eligible. They can work with us in their local communities. And then when we reach a certain level of sales leaders, we're going to have the green light to be able to open India. So finally, just to close, who are we looking to connect with? This is a non-exhaustive list, but just to give you some ideas. First of all, high potential business-minded people who are really, really excited about having first mover advantage in a $20 billion market. So that could be people who are already business owners, or who are people in high sales and marketing corporate positions, but want to leave their company and really do something for themselves, but not go all in doing it on their own, but doing it in collaboration with a very powerful and well-established partner such as Nu Skin. People who want to monetize their social media for free. So this can be people who are on Instagram or Facebook or both, or TikTok, and even LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really, really, coming up as one of the other platforms that's interesting to work with. We have strategies and we have resources and training for all of those platforms. And we help people to monetize their social media for free. And then finally, people like our gorgeous Vivian here, who's a fitness professional. So we look to talk with beauty and fitness professionals, healthcare providers who are looking to expand their customer base outside of their salons, clinics, and spas, and their gyms and their studios and so on. But they also want to stay in alignment with the values and the reputation that they have built as professionals. So there are 3 main people that we actually work with, and you'll find that works very, very well all over the world as well. So it's very simple to get started. We just literally send somebody a link, they create an account, They're going to choose the products that they want to use themselves. Obviously, they don't have to use all of them, but we normally start at least with a LumiSpa and some skincare products, because your own personal testimonials are very important. And then according to your own goals, we then help you with a proven step-by-step system to start building your business. So say, for example, Vivian is starting to work with me and she said, Bridget, I want to make $2,000 a month. We would then start going through this process called System 7, where she has her income goal, and then we start building a process or a roadmap to help her get there, whether that be in 4 months or 6 months, or however her time availability presents itself. But it's not a one size fits all. Everybody gets their own personalized plan according to what they want and how much effort and time they want to put in. This is, I suppose, another reason why I love it so much, is that everybody gets to choose their own level of participation. So there we are. It's 2044. I've managed to do the whole presentation in just under 15 minutes. Yay. It's been quite dense, but nevertheless, I hope that you have found it useful. Thank you so, so much, Bridget and Vivian, for being with us this evening and doing this presentation. We have got another minute or two. Has anybody got any comments or questions that you would like before we finish the call this evening? Thank you. Marion.
Well, I just want to say first, thank you, because even though I know what you're talking about, it's always a pleasure to see the devices in action and also the international crowd we have, because I think this business is all about building a portable business over the borders. And of course, with India, it's super exciting. And also because we can take part and decide in a way in our hands when we decide when India will open, because the more people we have already in open markets, so yes, this is really now all in our hands, and I think it's very exciting.
Marion, while we've got you,
yeah,
tell us your backstory, because there's people on this call that don't know you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do my blow dry and everything, so sorry for that.
I put you on the spot here now, haven't I? Right.
I'm really not as glamorous as you all here, so sorry.
Listen, just this is the beauty, isn't it? I mean, we're amongst friends here, so just tell us a little bit about your backstory, because it's so inspiring, and I'm sure people are curious to hear it.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm originally from France, as you probably noticed, and I live now between London and the south of France, because we can do this business wherever we want, and the kids are older. But I started actually in the US, not so far from you, Vivian. And I was looking for a portable business. I have a background in corporate. I did marketing. I worked for big sports events, really enjoyed what I was doing. But because of my husband's job, we kept moving. I was a mom at home. I started my own business in the US, but I was looking for more. And when I heard this company was expanding in Europe, I thought, oh, I can help expand in Europe, a bit like now with what's happening in India. That's the kind of same potential. And, that was 19 years ago. And then the rest is history. Through this journey, I've met incredible people like to Bridget, the Bees and Bees, and Vivian, and, people I have the pleasure to work with. And it's all about collaborative entrepreneurship, supporting each other, which as a solopreneur, I never felt that. And I was really feeling lonely. And then every time there are new solutions coming, new solutions to help improve the way we look, the way we feel, combining nature and science. So I think it really differentiates us. And with my marketing background, I must say this is really important. So that's what I would say. If you're ever, thinking or debating or you don't know, I would say nothing to lose. As you said, Bridget, there's no sign-up fees. You start testing some of the solutions, probably with a good price, and then you just share. What we do is we use and we share. We share with passion, with energy, including the business and the freedom that this business can lead us to, obviously with work and commitment and passion. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Marion. Thank you, everyone. Right. Well, listen, that wraps it up. We will be doing next Wednesday, not Tuesday. So next Wednesday, we're going to be doing just the overview of the business presentation of India. And from there on in, either on a weekly or a bi-monthly basis, to be confirmed. But in the meantime, thank you so much again, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are in the world, and see you all soon. Good night.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye, ladies.
Thank you to all of you. Bye-bye.